And Gino Aragon here with you with a very special guest in our studios as we have Amanda Lopez Askin. I've got to make sure I've got that correct because I've messed it up too
It's
many
a
times.
complicated name. I understand.
Well, is it a hyphen? Is it with an S? And, I've heard you introduced many times in different ways. And then you get that look on your face goes like, nope, that was not it. That was
That's
not
all
it.
right. You did very well. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm always liking it when I get the positive feedback that way. But you are here, of course, representing the Dona County Clerk's Office and also letting us know that we have some important stuff going on because we've got elections and elections are coming up here pretty quickly.
Right. So I'm here to talk about elections, offer some information about what's going on in Dona County in terms of elections. So the first thing I want to say is I think there's this idea that the elections only encompass municipalities. When I say municipalities, I mean like one of the cities. It's actually all over Dona County. There are other races like school board, water boards, there's a bond issue, there's other things. So if you receive the notification of election from me, my office, and you're thinking, oh, that's not me, you're wrong. You have a ballot waiting for you. We do need you to get in there and vote, though. So I did get a call from somebody that said, "Hey, you sent me this mailer, and I actually live out in the county." I said, "Well, I live in the county too, and I've already voted. I voted for those three races that I mentioned specifically." So every November, like clockwork, we have elections in New Mexico. And if that seems a little bit odd or strange, it shifted in 2019 and we consolidated elections so it'd be less confusing for voters and so we could increase turnout. So we are basically running an election. Early voting started last week and
Mm-hmm.
expanded early voting starts tomorrow. So we have those hours from 11 to 7 and that's across Dona County and all the way from Chaparral to Hatch. We have our early voting locations, and again, the time is a little non-traditional. It's 11 to 7, and that's to capture voters that potentially 8 to 5 at the government center maybe not work for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, there's several places around the county where you can go ahead and get your votes in, and it's not just the county offices.
Right. And it's always important to tell people that they're not stuck at one polling location. If you live, in Sonoma Ranch and you think you have to go to a location in Sonoma Ranch, you don't. You can vote anywhere in Dona County. And we have a ballot on demand system. So we don't have pre printed ballots. And when you walk up to our polling location, you identify yourself and you get your ballot that's based on your residential address. And it's printed specifically for you. So you can vote anywhere in Dona County. We're not stuck basically in the area in which you live. You can head to dacelections.com. We have all of our polling locations, not just for the expanded early voting that starts tomorrow, but also for election day, where we have 42 sites open across Dona County. And election day is November the 7th.
That's right. So mark it on your calendars to go ahead and get out there. We cannot, or at least I'm going to put it this way, I cannot stress the importance of getting out there and getting your vote in because I talked to Amanda about this before we started. If you don't get your vote in, you don't get the right to complain about it later. And everything that the county does to make sure that everybody has that opportunity from the expanded times, from the early voting and all of the different places that you can go ahead and get your vote in. It's making it really easy for you to go ahead and get out there. And like she said, when you go in there and you are ready to vote, they're going to give you the ballot that is specifically for you and your area.
Right, so you don't have to worry, but again, you can vote anywhere in Dona County. We're always looking for election officials, so if you're interested in working election day, you can also head to dacelections.com. And keep in mind, there's different roles, so if you're a little bit nervous and you maybe want to do it, this is a good election to do it for because tends to have smaller turnout, unfortunately, and we're preparing for 2024.
Oh, don't even get me started. That's going to be such a crazy year with national elections and everything else going on with that.
Oh, is
But
that happening?
I heard something about that.
Yeah,
I heard that
yeah.
there was a little something going on with a big election in 2024. But we shall get to that when we get to that. But the important thing right now is to go ahead and get out there, get your vote in. And if anybody had any questions about, basically
All the details?
all the details, basically,
Sure.
yeah.
I'd be happy to. And I'll also say I know candidates who've literally lost by a few votes, and I'm talking 2, 3, 4, 6 votes.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
every vote is important. You can head to dacelections.com. That'll show you all of our polling locations, the hours that we are open, and you can also call if you have specific questions, 575-647-7421. If you want to know what's on the ballot, you can get a sample ballot. It'll show you what'll be specifically on
There
your
you go.
ballot. And again, dacelections.com has that information. If you have not registered to vote, it is too late to do it online and via phone, but you are able to do it at a polling location. You just have to have some enhanced identification requirements and residency requirements, and you may have to wait a little bit, but we'd be happy to have you, and we'd love to register you.
Absolutely. So get out there, get out and vote. And thanks a lot, Amanda, for coming by and reminding us that there is an election going on and that everybody needs to get their voice heard.
Thank you.